Okay, we've got the 1 minute board being shown now. That's the 5 second board.
5 second board.
So that was quick. Red lights are about to go on then for a 15-minute race. Red lights go out, away they go. It's a slow start from Ewan Linz. It's a good start from Andrew Thorpe from the second row of the grid in the Citroen AX, and he's got his nose in front of the Nova of Jake Wood as they turn through turn 1 at target. So it's Thorpe that's leading. Jake Wood is second. It looks like Pete Morgan is in third as they head up towards the banking for the first time. And they're all safely through there. A bit of shuffling in the order a bit further back. But that was a great start from Andrew Thorpe.
Well, yes, the Citroen AX, it's only a 1.4, but it's got 3 valves per cylinder. It's incredibly light. It's one of the lightest cars on the circuit, and just showing how quickly you can get off the line. Now, it's obviously going to, towards the end of this straight, he's going to lack the power as they go up the hill. So watch Jake Wood catch him as they go up towards the hill. They're going up there, and it's a really tricky place to know when to brake. Because you are uphill, you can sort of brake low, slightly later. Looking at Ewan Linz there, getting back on the inside of Ted Cooper and trying to go round the outside of Pete Morgan.
Yes, he didn't make a good start, didn't Ewan Linz? He's up into 4th position now, though, as we've had the change of lead as well, haven't we? So up at Rocket, we've had Jake Wood getting ahead of Andrew Thorpe once again, back into the lead of the race. It's still Pete Morgan in 3rd place, the man from Wrexham, and it's Ewan Linz in 4th. But these top 2 have made a bit of a break.
Yes, they have. They come down the hill now. This is a favour of the AX. It's a very tight turn. Listen to the tyres squealing as they go round here. And Andrew should be able to get slightly closer. A little bit of puff of smoke there as they went round that corner. There's Jake Wood still hanging on there. And there he is. Andrew Thorpe trying to get on the inside, but no, just sitting back.
Yeah, so these two have got a lead for about 1.5 seconds over the rest of them as they make their way up to the banking. Once again, Andrew Thorpe, he's been racing in Classic Stock Catch on and off for quite a few years, whereas it's only Jake Wood's 2nd season of racing. Still a teenager, son of Jason, who at the moment is back in 6th place. As Thorpe here having a look up the inside.
Yes, he's
into
going
the fast right-hand at Church.
Oh, he's trying to go on the inside, but is he going to be able to make that stick? No, just the power of Jake's Nova just pulling away and he'll pull slightly. But no, Andrew's got the toe as they go down this very long straight. Andrew's right in the toe of that Nova, and that's the best thing he can hope for, is to try and stay in that toe.
Yeah, but he's not close enough to make a move up into Rocket. Further back, it looked like Linz was very out of shape. Yeah, Linz has gone off there.
Yes, he's gone off.
He's kept it out of the barriers, fortunately, but he's exited stage right and out of 4th position then, so that will give Pete Morgan a bit of a respite now, and it moved Ted Cooper up into 4th position. And 5th will be Jason Wood now, but these two still leading.
As they were going up the hill, like I say, it's very difficult to judge his pace. You can actually brake a little later because they're uphill, and I think he was just trying to brake a little bit too late that particular time.
Yeah, that's right. He's keen because he had a great qualifying session to put him on the front row for both races, this and the one later on, but didn't make the best of starts. No doubt he was trying to recover from that one, maybe pushing a little bit too hard. There's a brief moment, I think, possibly for Derek Rosier, but he's got going again and is right at the back of the field now.
And looking at Titch Kessel's now found himself up to 8th place. He started at the back of the grid because he didn't really get a good qualifying time. He's had a great couple of laps. He's quite keen to make amends for that failure in qualifying.
Yeah, we've got some fancied runners a bit further back. James Hazelhurst, last year's champion, who's only 9th. And Harry Palmer back in 12th. He's been contending for sort of top 4 or 5 positions all season so far, hasn't he? But,
he has, but this is a very tricky circuit. It's very tricky to master. Looking at people, like we were saying, about Pete Morgan and Andrew Thorpe, they've been racing for years. They've been here quite a few times over those years. And this is only our 2nd visit in 6 years. We were last here in COVID times. So we don't get to see this circuit quite a lot, but you can tell he's been here before.
Absolutely right. So there's Jason Wood, championship leader, then coming into this weekend.
And Darren Litz is doing quite well in the 31, the pink Nova there, staying ahead of Lee Scott. He's a multiple champion, and he's made all the journey all the way from Essex to come here with his family, and he's really come to form the last couple of meetings.
Yeah, absolutely right. But Lee Scott there in the middle of the pack at the moment, chased now by a similar car, the XR2i of Titch Kelso, who's done well here to get up from the back of the grid after those dramas in practice yesterday when he lost his gears.
He lost all his gears, yes. It was quite lucky because when it broke, it got stuck in neutral, so he couldn't go anywhere, but they got it all fixed.
Lee Scott has made up a place there. He's got up to 6th position now, ahead of the Pink Nova of Linz. And so Scott next up will be trying to attack actually Jason Wood, won't he, for 5th position?
Oh yes. And no, so that banking on that the turn 2 there, that banking, there are 2 different lines you can use because of the banking. You can go around the outside to try and make the speed, but then you get the people on the inside as well. It's interesting to see the different lines there. And
Linz and Scott side by side.
Look at this. Bit of a wiggle there under braking. Is he going to hold it, Lee Scott? Yes, Lee Scott just hold it. What a brilliant fight back, but didn't quite pay off for Linz Senior.
Body work went flying there.
Nearly, and Titch Kelsall he got on the inside of the Nova, the Pink Nova.
Yeah, so that was Linz and Scott coming together there for in the fight for 6th position. Leaders coming back down through the corkscrew again. The gap between them 7/10 of a second. 1.5 seconds back was Pete Morgan, but I think Pete Morgan might be getting a bit closer to the leaders here. Let's have a look at the gap as they come across the line this time. It was 1.5 and it's down to 1.2 because it's a new fastest lap of the race for Pete Morgan at 125.18.
That's as fast as that. That's still about a second and a half off the lap record for the Classic Stock Hatch, which was taken by Pip Hammond in 2009. And now, as put that in reference, Harry Palmer in the 53 machine, he was 1 month old when that occurred.
Change of lead. I can see out of the commentary box window because Andrew Thorpe has gone through. You can just see it at the back of shot there. Here they come. Thorpe has got through ahead of Jake Wood through the very fast right-hander at Church.
But now Andrew Thorpe's going to have to defend quite hard coming to this corner because Jake Wood in his injection machine will be catching. He's going to have to defend really hard and brake as late as possible. Let's see how they do. Jake's trying to go to the outside, trying to cut the cut back. But no, Andrew's just made that, just held that. What a brilliant move that was by that underpowered machine of Andrew Thorpe.
Yeah, these two.
He's got a bit wide.
Really good fight. Then we've got to gap back to Pete Morgan. He was closing the gap. We'll see if that gap continues to come down. It's a different kind of race, the ones that we've seen at Brands Hatch and on the Silverstone National Circuit. It's a different kind of track though, isn't it, as you say? It's a bit hard to learn, more difficult to master than probably either of those 2 tracks, I would suggest, and the pack's not quite as close, but still the racing really good in this Classic Stock Hatch Championship.
Got a little bit better exit there by Jake. He's now back onto the AX bumper. That fiberglass bumper of the AX might get pushed in a minute as they go past the start-finish line. The gap between them is only 0.3 of a second, and I think Jake was going to try and... Oh no, but Andrew's got away on that corner, just showing you that lighter car is so much quicker around the corners.
So you've got the AX leading, you've got the Nova second, you've got the Fiesta in third, which is continuing to bear down on them.
He's definitely catching, isn't he? He's definitely visibly catching. He's only like a second back from the leader, Andrew Thorpe.
Yeah, we've got just under half of the race left, so it's probably going to be... We might squeeze 11 laps out of it, I think, in this 15-minute race. But yeah, the top 3 pretty much equidistant now. Best fight actually is for 5th position, and we're going to get a change here. You can't see it on screen, but we've got Titch Kelsall alongside Lee Scott now for 6th. And I think we're going to try and pick that up.
There it is. Yes, Lee Scott's got the inside line. He's going to try and hold him off, but Titch is definitely trying to go down the outside. Are they going to go side by side? No, he's just trying to squeeze it. It's still side by side as they go round this wrong right-hander. And they're still side by side, but Titch has made it stick.
He has.
What a move.
Yeah, great move that. And so from the back of the grid, he now is up into 6th position. That's a really good effort from him. Darren Linz has dropped back in the last lap or 2 down to 9th place, you see. And now it's going to be Jason Wood, the championship leader. It was a big slide from Jason there.
That is such a tricky corner because you're braking and all the weight gets lifted off.
And Jake Wood's into the pits. Jake Wood is into the pits from 2nd position. That's a drama we weren't expecting. The PDC racing crew will be down there to see what's going on, but that's a disaster as far as Jake's concerned.
I didn't see what happened there. He just seemed to pull off. I don't know, he was overheating. Oh, Andrew Thorpe has now got the fastest lap. Yeah, I didn't see what started that off. Can't see where he is. They're just underneath us. Yeah. Someone's getting the black and white flag. I can't quite see who that...
That is for car number 1. That's James Hazelhurst. Here we can see Jake's car in the pit lane. Well, there isn't a PDC racing crew, much of them to help out down there. So he's out on his own, is Jake, by the looks of things. Kelsall is up now ahead of Jason Wood as well.
He is, yes. I'm wondering if the name's having trouble. I mean, I know Jason's carrying 40 kilograms, but it shouldn't make that much effect around here, 40 kilos. And it looks like Lee Scott was nearly having a look at Jason Wood. I'm wondering if they both the neighbours are having a bit of an issue here.
Yeah, it's certainly not a great race for the Woods, with them leading the championship, first and second coming into this one.
Now, of course, this does mean we are potentially on for another different winner.
Yes, well, we could. Well, it's likely now, isn't it? Because Thorpe and Morgan, who are first and second, neither of them have won this season, so we could have 5 from 5, as we did with 750 Formula yesterday. Interestingly, so it's wide open, the Classic Stock Catch Championship.
It's been a fantastic season. Yeah, a few seasons in the past we've had the same winners, but these last couple of seasons we've been getting different winners. I mean, James Hazel's got the championship last year and he didn't win a race. That's how competitive this class has been over the last couple of seasons. Just looking at the background, Andy Philpotts went a little bit wide there onto the grass. But and Titch went very wide there. Oh, bit of grass track in there. He just caught that a bit too much, but he saved it very well. That was a brilliant save.
It was, yes, bouncing over the grass. You never quite know how that's going to work out, do you? If you're going to hit a bump that can send you absolutely flying, that's
he definitely found a bump. He got some air.
He did. Now, meanwhile, it's the lead for Andrew Thorpe now by 1.8 seconds over Pete Morgan. The Citroen AX, the 1.4, leading the way. We're watching the action a bit further back, though, because you've got Jason Wood and Lee Scott there in 5th and 6th position, just behind Kelsall. And Wood, the man leading the championship coming into this race, he'll still be leading it after this, I think, because obviously Jake won't be able to overtake him now. He's not coming back out of the pit lane, I don't think, so they're still in there. So Jason will retain the lead of the championship, I think, after this one, or almost wherever he finishes.
Yeah, wherever he finishes, yeah, looking at... I mean, that's a brilliant showing by Titch to get up to 4th from 16th on the grid. I don't know, we ain't got long left, we've only got 3.5 minutes left, I think. Although he is going very quickly, I'm not quite sure he's going to catch Ted Cooper. Ted Cooper has been doing much better in the last couple of races. He didn't have a good start to this season, but he sorted out his engine woes and he's definitely on the pace. It's great to see him in 3rd place.
Yes, and he was the runner-up in the championship
last year. Yes,
yeah,
hence the number 2 on his car, yeah. There we're looking at the leader, Andrew Thorpe, as he takes that slightly one car width line, and Pete Morgan there hugging the apex. You're seeing the different lines of the different cars.
Pulled out about 0.2 of a second on Pete Morgan on the last lap. Both of these drivers, lots of experience in Classic Stock Catch. Pete's done other racing as well, hasn't he?
This is showing it's definitely for the XR2. That's a car-breaded car. There it is on Pete Morgan. That's a car-breaded car. And you've got, so it has less power than the injection machines, and the Citroen AX has only got 1.4 litres, just showing this circuit is favouring the lesser powered but more nimble machinery.
That's absolutely right. So, of course, Andrew Thorpe after this will have to pick up some ballast for later on, won't he? For the
yes, he'll have to pick up for the win. He'll get 25 kilograms of ballast. That should slow him down a bit.
Of course, Jason would have been able to take some out, though, won't he? Conversely, if he finishes only in 5th.
He will. He's in 5th place at the moment, but he's definitely under threat from the 7.2 machine of Lee Scott.
So there's Pete Morgan in 2nd place, the drive from Wrexham.
That's a marvellous, that's an immaculate vehicle. If you're in the pits, go and have a look at that car. It's immaculately turned out. They do a great job on that car to make it look as good as it does.
He was the runner-up in the 2022 championship, which was won by Chris Deere. They had a bit of a slugfest throughout the season, didn't they, those two, that year?
Just looking at Titch there, he's 2.5 seconds going across the line. No, he's not making any headway, so this looks like it's fairly tame for a Classic Stock Catch race, isn't it?
Andy Philpotts is making
Andy Philpotts going on the inside of Lynch Senior there on the first bend. That's a brave move.
So that'd be for 8th position. We're on to the penultimate lap of the race now. The lead for Andrew Thorpe is 2.3 seconds, but watching Jason Wood and Lee Scott still disputing 5th and 6th position as they head to Church. With the right-hander with the Church just on the island beneath the circuit, really. Not too far away. There's Jake Wood. Yeah, looks like he's just going to head back into the paddock, unfortunately.
Doesn't look like it. Have to go and see what's going on there. We've only got a few hours. We'll be back out at 10 to 2, I believe, is our second race.
Yeah, not too many hours between now and then.
Just looking out the window there, Darren Lynch is definitely keeping up with the red XR2 of Philpotts. We're going sort of side by side, getting close together. It's very, very good out this window. There is, and there's definitely getting closer. Philpotts might have made a mistake there, but no, he's managed to gap him, so maybe it was a little bit of an hour down that long straight.
Last lap board goes out meanwhile to the race leader as we're watching the battle for 9th and 10th come through. Just a glimpse of Matthew Stubbington, who's in 7th, so 8th and 9th I should say this battle is for. And that's Andy Philpotts at the moment in the number 13 XR2i ahead of Lintz.
Yes, it always makes me laugh. He didn't have a lot of luck last season. He had lots of bad luck, and to improve his luck, he gave himself the number 13 this year. So it seems to be paying off at the moment.
Yeah, Ewan Lintz is there in 10th place in the orange car, just behind those two as well. Of course, he had that big off on the opening. No, it was the second lap, wasn't it, at Rocket?
Yeah, after start being, qualifying second, he's second again in the race later on today. So he'll have to sort of scratch his head and maybe tweak the tuning a little bit to try and make a better performance in the race.
Yeah, getting off the line better would be a big help. Meanwhile, Andrew Thorpe, he got off the line really well, didn't he, to be into the lead by the first corner from the second row of the grid. And he's not held it all the way through because Jake Wood did get ahead on the opening lap, but when Thorpe got back in front before Wood went into retirement. So it's not that he's looked into this at all. It's been a commanding drive, really, hasn't it? I don't think he tested on Friday, as some of the others did. No,
there was only really the Novas that tested. Most of the Novas tested on Friday, and there's Andrew Thorpe. He was well happy with this win. We don't see a lot of Andrew in the championship, but when he does come out, he always makes an impression. And as he comes across the line, he finishes in first place. Pete Morgan, a deserved second after his health woes. He's been poorly recently, but he's back on form now. And then third place, Ted Cooper.
Yeah, great win for Andrew Thorpe in the Vulcan Racing Classic Stock Catch Championship there with the Linces together at the final corner.
Junior and senior, yep.
It's Darren just ahead of Ewan there, isn't it, for 9th and 10th
Father's
place.
ahead of son on that one, yeah.
Yeah, so...
And then Harry Palmer finished a respectable 11th place after qualifying 11.
Yeah.
So, very respectable from that young man.
Yeah, Andrew Thorpe, we did a 1:25.123. That was the fastest lap of the race, some way outside Pip Hammond's lap record from 17 years ago. I've got a feeling that might be when the circuit was first opened, before all the curbs had been put in.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Made a difference.
Oh, that'd be different. Yeah, it'd be different then, wouldn't it?
Let's have a look at the results then. Andrew Thorpe it was that took the win at the end of 11 laps of racing in the Citroen AX. He did the fastest lap as well. Second was number 5, Pete Morgan, 3.5 seconds behind in the Fiesta XR2. Third, number 2, Ted Cooper in the Vauxhall Nova GSI, 7.4 seconds drift. In fourth place was 89, Titch Kelsall. Fifth was 41, Jason Wood. Sixth was 72, Lee Scott. And it was Matthew Stubbington, 67 in 7th place. Andy Philpotts made up some places to get to 8th in number 13. Thomas Lintz was 9th in number 31 ahead of Ewan Lintz in 73. And then Harry Palmer, Terry Mountain, James Hazelhurst, Derek Rosier, and one other finisher was Alan Geely, who lost Jake Wood to the pits after just 6 laps, unfortunately. So, Classic Stock Catch returns just after lunch. Paul, you'll be back with me then
10 to 2,
for that.
10 to 2,
1:30 it's
well, we have to see what's going on with the Novas after an impressive qualifying session. They've got some head scratching to do on these Novas, so I'm going to go and find out the gossip, Ian.
Okay, see you later, Paul. Been good to have you with us, and we'll see you later on. And we'll be hopefully heading down to Parc Fermé in just a few moments for the first time. Well, Ben McCarthy's our man on duty down there today. Reminder, we've got 5 more races to come before the lunch break. We've got the Mr. Transit Swift Sport Challenge, the VSG Crypto Clio Sport Championship, the GT and Sports Car Cup, Race Part 750 Formula, Radical, I'm reading the wrong list now, Mr. Transit Swift Sports Challenge, VSG Crypto Clio Sport Championship, Nankang Tyre Sports 1000 Championship, Race Part 750 Formula Championship, and Historic 750 Formula as well, all before lunch. But first, let's head down to Parc Fermé for the first time today and say hello to Ben McCarthy.
Good morning, everyone, down here at Parc Fermé, and we're about to speak to our race winner, Andrew Thorpe, in the Vulcan Racing Classic Stock Catch Championship. Let's wander over to him right now, having a conversation there with runner-up Pete Morgan. He's just taking his helmet off, and we can speak to him, hopefully, as soon as we can. Andrew. Just letting you get your helmet off there. Yeah. Firstly, we're going to help you replace that balaclava with this race-winning hat. Congratulations on the victory. A fantastically executed race, aided by a fantastic start, it must be said, off the line.
Yeah, it set off absolutely perfectly. Textbook start, but I only held it 3/4 of the way around the first lap, and then Jake got me back on the inside on the braking into the top corner up there. So I was following him round, he wasn't getting away. his car was leaking quite a lot of petrol, to be honest, and it looked on the first lap that it made him lose the back end coming onto the start-finish. But as the race went on, obviously his fuel burnt down, so it wasn't leaking as much. But then it was as if he had a problem on the back straight, and I just pulled alongside and then got in front. He tried to get me back like he had done on the first lap up there, but I defended this time, and then I didn't really see him again. So yeah, I'm really happy, chuffed to bits. Nice morning. Hope we can have another good one this afternoon. Have to put some weight ballast in for that one. So, but we're a position further forward on the grid, so we'll see how it goes this afternoon.
We look forward to watching it. Thank you very much. Let's head over now to Pete Morgan. Yeah. Pete, second place. That was a race full of incident at the front for Jake Wood there, of course. How did you feel about how you executed your race?
Well, all right, really. I mean, I haven't sat in the car for 12 months. Jumped in it yesterday morning, put it 5th on the grid. So I think, in all fairness, we're probably doing pretty well. Do a few more adjustments. As long as the young ones don't get away, we'll have a chance. You know, I'll give them a run for the money. Yeah.
Well, you gave him a very good run today. Fantastic work. Well done. Edward Cooper, third place for you. How do you feel?
I'm very good. I've had the worst year so far, so to be back up the front, I'm very happy. It was, to be fair, a fairly boring race, pretty spaced out where I was, but it's a good result. Yeah.
But is that reflective maybe of your pace overall to be in that position rather than taking advantage of any chaos, let's say?
Well, chaos is always good to take advantage of, but yeah, the pace was fine. Yeah, it just, how it all unfolded, I'd ended up with too much of a gap in front, too much of a gap behind, if you see what I mean. So, but yeah, I'm happy with where I am.
Congratulations, well done. Right, we're going to head back upstairs to Ian and get the Mr. Transit Swift Sport Challenge race underway.